We're at the Panasonic booth, and since I have a Lumix camera, I figure I had to stop by and see what's new, what's going on here with Matt.
Well, thanks for your loyalty. Thanks for getting the camera.
Oh, I love the camera. Thank you so much. So, what's new here at CES? You guys got 3 new cameras, right?
Yeah, so we've launched an FZ80, which is an entry-level camera. In Europe, it'll be called the FZ82.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, so it's a very long zoom camera. It starts with a really wide 20mm lens and goes out to 120mm. So it's a 60 times optical zoom. It adds 4K video. It also is going to give you the ability to do our 4K photo functions. 4K videos have a resolution of about 8 megapixels, so that means every one of them can be printed to about 11 by 17 size. So that means you can extract those video frames and print them, which is very cool.
Oh,
also
cool.
adds touchscreen and sells for around $399.
Not bad.
We launched a new entry-level mirrorless camera, Micro Four Thirds, GH-3 That camera is going to have a 16 megapixel sensor. It also adds 4K video and also has our 4K photo functions as well. So
Awesome.
Very similar to the FZ, just with an interchangeable lens and a much larger sensor. That's probably not what people care about though. They really care about the camera that's behind us, which is the GH-5.
Yeah,
So,
that's everyone's been raving about so far.
yeah, so the GH-5 is going to come out sometime in March, early April. It'll be around $2,000. For photographers, it adds a 20 megapixel sensor, no optical low pass filters, so it's going to be very sharp when you take those pictures with it. It can shoot 12 frames per second burst. It can autofocus at 9 frames per second.
Wow.
And the autofocus system is incredibly fast for photographers, so they're going to love it.
Yeah.
But for video shooters, it adds 60p 4K, so very, very high frame rate for 4K video. Below 60p, you'll have access to 10-bit 422 color. So kind of nerdy stuff, but what it really means to them is that if they want to color correct it in post, you have more room to work with the file.
Oh.
And then if you don't want to work it in post, we'll add in a few months a what's called hybrid log gamma. There's these new 4K TVs, they're called HDR TVs. Yeah, they have lots of dynamic range, where you'll be able to record HDR in the camera and then natively play it back.
Wow, that's
Yep.
awesome. Now, what about lens? Anything new? I need a new lens.
Yeah, so the lens we've announced at the show is a Leica lens. It starts at 12 millimeters wide, goes to 60 millimeters telephoto. It's f2.8 at the wide angle. It's f4 at the telephoto end. Has our image stabilization system built into it. And then with a lot of our cameras, including the GH5, we have a 5-axis in-body stabilizer. The sensor moves around in there to steady the camera.
Oh.
Well, it also works with the lens too, so they work together to steady. So it's a very, very steady image. That lens will support that also.
That is so cool.